Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm a little tired today, but I'm okay. Got a lot of packing to do for the weekend, and I'll probably do some video there, but in Asbury Park, New Jersey, where I'm going with my brother for the weekend on our first ever siblings only trip. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm kind of hoping he doesn't mind being on video, but I don't plan to vlog the whole time. It would just, be nice. And if not, I will grab a picture. Anyway, um, I wanted to update you. I had two doctor's appointments in the last couple of days. And the first one was with my general practitioner, who was pleased with, most of my blood work, with my A1C going down and all. And he's not really concerned about me having anemia. He doesn't think I have it. He said there was not enough supporting blood work. Like my hemoglobins would have also had to go down a little bit to look at that possibility. But I need to keep taking my iron, and that could be part of it. I mean, I could just be tired because my iron's low, of course. But I'm happy not to have anemia, but of course, it always raises the question, then what is wrong with me? I mean, when I had first posed that question, it was like, well, let's test for this, let's test for that, because maybe it's not the cancer. So we're getting to the point where maybe it's the cancer. So while I was there, I asked for a B12 shot. And I guess I'm getting old because they don't do that anymore. I don't know, just getting supplements. Maybe they never worked. Who knows? So I walked away with very little as far as progress. And then yesterday, I went to the oncology office and saw my doctor. Hadn't seen her for a while. And she looked at those blood work results and also agreed that it's probably not anemia, but that I should definitely be taking my iron. So that's for the rest of my life now. I used to take iron. I used to take B complex, but when they start adding pills to me, prescriptions, and take this and take that, I feel like, oh man, I got to let go of something. I can't be taking pills like all day long. It's irritating, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm just going to have to work it in my schedule, I guess. And I will. It's all right. I'll have to figure out a new system. So, my oncologist actually wants to do another test. So, we're going to test for lupus next. And I asked about fibromyalgia too, because I have a lot of those similar symptoms. In fact, lupus and fibro have some things in common as far as what I read. But I was told that there's not really a test for fibro. It's about the process of elimination of other things it could be. And, I'm getting down to that wire, I think. So we'll see. But the oncologist also said that, very well could be the cancer. It's just the problem is we can't track the cancer. So how do we know, right? My guess is that it's the cancer, but I don't know. Everything else we're testing for, it just seems like a long shot that there's something else, but there has to be something. If it's not the cancer, there has to be something, because I definitely do not feel well a lot. And you can bet, they used to say, bet your sweet Bippy. That was like on Laugh-In. Do you remember that show? I was a kid. But you can bet your sweet Bippy that I'm going to take some Ritalin for this trip. I'm down to just taking it when I really need it. I don't know why it bothers me taking Ritalin long term. I haven't looked at the effects or anything online. I'd rather not. I just go by my intuition on that. And the oncologist, the reason really for the oncology visit was for the CT DNA marker results. So just to refresh you, I took this test several months ago, like 6 months to a year, I'm not sure, and it was negative. And it measures how much cancer tumors are shedding DNA into your bloodstream. So I was very happy because it meant it wasn't really on the move. And then I took the test again like 4 months ago, and it was positive. And she had called me, and when a doctor calls you, it's not good news, but she said, you're just a little bit positive. So I'm not sure, but the number was low. So we just took it again, and it was negative again. I don't understand how that happens, but they let me know the team let me know they were going to reach out to the reps and see how this happens, under what circumstances, could it be a false positive? And so they did talk to the reps who, they said they're not quite done talking to them for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the rep was going to get back to the company and then come back with some more information. But the rep said they had seen this before, where the number just sort of teeters this way or that way. So it's not always the same number, but it sort of teetered back to where it was not detectable. And that's why I have a negative result. That doesn't make me feel better. I wanted it to be a false positive, because it means I'm on the edge of those little suckers getting into my bloodstream and possibly wreaking some havoc. But I've decided to just let it go and not worry about it. I will take the test again in 3 months, and I'm sure as I get closer to the test, I will start freaking out a little bit and overthinking. But I'm going to take the Buddhist route on this one. Don't worry about what you can't control. And it's a good life lesson. Just leave it to God. Don't worry about so much. Worry about the things you can control. Make those changes, or don't even worry about those. Just make those changes. So I can only do what I can do. And I have to trust not just in God, but the people on my team. And I do. I do enough research, I guess, that I feel comfortable with what they're saying to me. So no anemia, that's good, but it means that I don't really have an answer still, and may not come. The future is definitely uncertain. And so I have to deal with this shoulder yet. Excuse me. And I'll be seeing that doctor in a few weeks to schedule. And in the meantime, I'm just doing physical therapy and homework. When I woke up, I don't know, yesterday morning, my shoulder was killing me. Like last week, I felt like my shoulder felt better than it had been for months. And now, yeah, I might have overdone it. I might have done too many reps, or maybe I did an exercise wrong. So I decided to go easy on it. And, so that's the update on that. So we'll get that scheduled hopefully for October, especially if it's the week that Chris has off. In the meantime, I've been watching Eke Akers, and I've already talked about him before. The reason I bring him up is because he gave some great wisdom to new channels out there. And I've decided that my channel just needs a little bit of something in a new direction. maybe schedule, maybe length of time. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but one of the things I have worried about and have to let go of is pleasing the algorithm gods and making sure that my content is mostly health, because I'm coming up to a point where I'm not going to be seeing a doctor for a while as far as the cancer. And like Samantha Lynn had said, you watch the channel more, like there's just a lot more views when someone's sick or someone's going through the treatment. And I don't feel like nobody cares about me. I know a lot of people stick with me anyway. So there's going to be some videos coming up that may not be so health related. Maybe it's just my thoughts for the day, because I can't, that's all I can do. I can't make stuff up, except for the occasional I don't feel good today. There's just no news. I will, of course, let you know when I take the lupus test and how that comes out, but I'm not really worried about it. I don't think that I have it, And I would like to get some inflammatory markers for my body, because I think that I have a lot of inflammatory issues that I talked about before. And so I'm taking the fish oil and trying to stay away from the worst foods. But most of it is high fiber and, that you're supposed to eat for inflammation. And yeah, I can't eat that, so I don't know. I'm sure you all have that kind of a dilemma where you can't eat this for that situation and you can't eat this for this situation. And you're left with, okay, I can drink tea and have, gelatin. So anyway, those are just my thoughts for the day. And this will be a short video, but I'm not so sure that matters. I just really wanted to touch base and tell you how my doctor visits went, and they went okay. I'm just where I'm at. And now I'm going to go pack for my trip, and I'm expecting a FedEx delivery of a new water softener, which we have to replace, sadly, but you never have those things in the budget, but it'll work out. And yeah, so I'm going to go pack. I want you to have a great Sunday. I will already be at the beach. Love you all. Feel blessed. I feel blessed. You're blessed. Bye.